Before the arrival of mortal kind, the islands were a playground for spirits. Bathala the sun was the first, created all other things in a flash of light, and imbued in them spirits so they too could create. And they did. But some chose chaos instead, to seize, destroy. And not all were happy with balance in a circle of life that started and ended with Bathala. And so the hunger of the great sea serpent, Bakunawa, whose stomach yearned only to swallow Mayari, the moon spirit, and seize Bathala's seat with the power of his own daughter. The islands hold the scars of this forever turmoil. Its people know that under the waves lurks that hungry snake, and him and his allies will seek once again to rise up and try to swallow the moon. Few notice the day that it started. One day the moon, in its permanent cycle of waxing and waning, stood frozen in a deep crescent, never again to change its shape. With this change came the first of the great ships. The first with slashes of crimson red, landing on the shores of Puthawanat, at the foot of Aramaonga. Then galleons, with sails bearing 3 yellow crosses, and men dressed in simple black robes, praising the gods of mourning, laws, and mortality. And finally, bearing armies which swept the land and captured its territory and people, the dawn of the colony had arrived to the islands. With their gleaming armor and sharpened steel, they carried their forces from island to island. But on Kota Balon, gateway to the underworld, they stepped into hell. The island's natives drew a line on the shore, beyond which the colony would only find a flash of an obsidian axe to separate their neck from their head. The cause of resistance had found its foothold. The free territory of Kota Balon raised a banner and dared the rest of the islands to rise up and join them in defiance. The island of Timanduk has never been one to rush to decisions. Sitting on the white sand beach next to the thriving city of Kailahon, locals are concerned more with finding their next coconut than involving themselves in troublesome geopolitics. On the docks, the galleons of the Holy Trinity Church sit opposite from a Cotabalon Caracoa. There is a little bit of everything to be found in this city, which is not without problems of its own. Adventurers forming parties traditionally gather at the beach before setting off, for one last innocent drink before forging their path through the Islands of Sina Una.